Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of the video, I went to my community tab here on YouTube and asked you all to let me know what you think are my favorite makeup beauty products. So I will be reading through the couple of comments that I got. It wasn't too many, but I feel I definitely got a good amount of guesses of what my absolute favorite products are. So I'm excited to apply these to my face and see what you all had to say. If you are new here, hi, hello. I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you clicked the subscribe button and hopefully choose to stay for a while. I pretty often, at least I try to, ask for my audience opinion, so make sure that you subscribe so you could be a part of the next one. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate and love every single one of you, and also thank you for making this video possible by answering my question on my community tab. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, if I recall correctly, I remember seeing Rose Skin mentioned on there. So I went to the Rose Skin Glazing Milk, the Hourglass Vanish Mattifying Primer for my T-zone, and the Rare Beauty Glow Primer for the rest of my face. Okay, Shell Christina mentioned Chanel for foundation, the Real Donna Wagner. Let's see if she mentioned. Did not mention. I don't see anything for foundation. And Maria C4327 said Dior foundation. And then on my Instagram, Ms. Camille Rodriguez said Surratt Dewdrops. Okay, so I think, let me pull out, I think I'll do, I don't know, either Dior stick foundation or the newest Chanel, what was it, Velvet foundation. Let me pull which one I'm going to use and I'll mix it with the Surratt Dewdrop foundation. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled out the Dior stick foundation. 2.5N is the shade that I use. We'll see if this is going to be good enough for summer. And then I'll mix a tiny bit of the Surratt in shade number 6. I do absolutely love this foundation. It looks beautiful all day. I cannot remember when this was launched and if I had the chance to use this like during summer. I don't think I have. All right, so I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my finger. I'm almost done with this and I believe this is my last bottle of this. They recently had, was it 25%? Yeah, I think 25% sale on their website, but I'm currently on a low buy, so I decided to skip the sale. But maybe they'll have one for Mother's Day or during summer. I don't know yet if I'm going to extend my low buy / no buy and maybe only pick a couple of launches for June. Like pick a certain amount, maybe say, okay, I'm only going to purchase 3 new launches from June. We shall see. I mean, from May. Mother's Day is coming up in May, and then my birthday, my 38th birthday, will be June right after. So this is the 109 from Makeup Forever. And then I did get a few comments about my video on Anastasia Beverly Hills. One of the comments asked that I do the same thing for Melt or another brand. I forget what other brand. I just might. All right, that Dior foundation and Surratt Dewdrops mixed so well together. My skin's a little dry. It's been windy the past couple of days here, and for some reason when it's really windy, my lips get so dry and I just feel like I'm not hydrated. Okay, so Shell Christina is the only one that mentioned a concealer, and she mentioned the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I have the shade N7. I wouldn't say this is a favorite. It's a good concealer. It's a little bit more full coverage than I personally enjoy, but I can make it work. It can definitely look a tiny bit heavy if I'm not careful, but it is a good concealer if you enjoy everything I just said. I haven't picked this up in a minute, so I am going to use it for today and maybe leave it out for my makeup rotation. This is a pretty good match. I do feel like a lot of people had a hard time picking shades when it came to his shade range. It didn't make too much sense. I got lucky that the one that I went with worked out for me. I'm not going to sit here and say that it wasn't difficult trying to figure out exactly what shade I was going to purchase. This can also look really dry under my eyes if I don't prep properly, but today it's looking good. It's looking good. I did go in to the Refi under eye primer. Okay, Maria C said ABH contour stick or the Dior contour stick. I'm going to use the ABH contour stick in shadow as my actual contour, and I'll use the Dior as my cream bronzer because the tone that I have is a little bit more warm and doesn't necessarily work as an actual contour like the ABH. I would definitely say this formula is very close to the Westman. This is the Victoria 1-2 brush. And I used the Jumbo Worker, right? Yeah, from Sonia G for the concealer. Yeah, this ABH contour stick is so pretty. I love the formula. I love the tone. It's just absolutely stunning. Definitely impressed me. Definitely a favorite currently. And I think it will probably stay a favorite for quite some time. All right, this is the second shade from the Dior contour and bronzing stick. So for the Dior launch, it's basically two of the tones are a little bit more contour, which I believe is shade 1 and shade 3. And then two of the tones are a little bit more of a bronzer, which is shade 2 and shade 4. I've been wanting shade 1, but I don't need it. Yeah. The Dior does dry down a tiny bit quick, so you do have to work, at least I suggest you work one side at a time. But yes, spot on both of these. All right, nobody mentioned specifically a cream blush, but MAC Cosmetics was mentioned a lot. So I went ahead and used the MAC Strobe Liquid Blush in Magic Aura as my cream blush, and added just a tiny bit of the Rhode in Date Cake. Rhode wasn't even mentioned, but yeah. Okay, now we're gonna move on to powder, and Shell Christina mentioned the Pat McGrath powder pink question mark. We're gonna use my Pat McGrath powders. I have them out on my desk, so it's a sign that I should use them because she did mention them, but actually I just recently did a video where I talk about makeup products that I feel I wasted my money on, and these made the list. They don't work as well on my under eyes. I'm going to use the light shade as I hear them work on everybody else's under eyes. But they're out. They were mentioned, so I thought I would use them and just let you know this is definitely not a favorite of mine. Doesn't matter what method I do before I set my under eyes with the powder, it creases. And when I filmed that video, my under eyes did not look so great. So yeah, I don't know if it's just too finely milled for my under eyes, but it just does not work for my under eyes. So I'm just gonna apply it like I normally apply all of my under eye powders, because yeah, this powder is not a favorite. I wish it worked as amazing on me as it does on everybody else, because I feel like I am one of the only ones that does not absolutely love this powder. Okay, and Miss Maria C mentioned the Melt Cosmetics Monsters Universal Loose Powder, and she is correct. I absolutely love this powder. It's been a favorite since I received it when I purchased this. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it, and I'm also hoping that Melt is going to bring these in a non-limited edition packaging and in 1 or 2 more tones, because then that way everyone can experience the amazingness that this powder is. It literally holds everything as far as my oils in place all day long, smooths out my skin, blurs it a tiny bit. It's lightweight. It's honestly such a good powder. This is the 127 from Fave. Yeah, I love this powder. Okay, the real Donna Wagner mentioned Chanel blush, and she's totally correct. All of the blushes that I own from Chanel, except for one, I absolutely love. I feel like Chanel does an amazing job when it comes to their blushes. I mean, they just keep giving us all the blushes. And then Maria C mentioned the What's Up Beauty bronzer and blush, but we're going to use the What's Up Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade 30 Tan. And then we'll use the Chanel blush. This bronzer from What's Up Beauty is so pretty. The tones are really, really nice. I hope there's going to be maybe in the future a shade extension, just because I feel maybe we need a few more shades in this absolutely beautiful formula. This is the What's Up Beauty R202 brush, which I love for bronzer. Yeah, What's Up Beauty is so underrated. You see that? This bronzer is going to be so perfect for summer. The formula is a baked formulation. It just lays down so pretty. My skin looking so soft, almost airbrushed. You see that? Oh, so pretty. Okay, now with this What's Up Beauty R204, I'm going to jump into the Chanel blush, which is the Camellia Futura. Their latest launch is the like highlighter blush duos, which I'm not gonna partake in. I purchased this, a month ago, and they already have another collection out that's pretty much glowy blushes and highlighter. Like, I wish they would give us something different. I enjoy Chanel. Most of what I own from them I think is absolutely stunning, but we keep getting the same thing over and over. So I am going to take a little break from purchasing from them until I feel maybe it'll be worth it, because it actually feels like it's something different than what they always give us. I feel the same about Dior right now. Yes, it's beautiful what they launch, special packaging and all that, but it's the same thing. Highlighters, quads, and that's it. That's all they give us. But yeah, you see this blush, it is so pretty. Definitely has some sort of airbrush effect. My texture is gone. My cheeks look soft. Yeah, spot on both of those products. All right, so Miss Maria C mentioned Pat McGrath palette. So I pulled out Divine Rose, and I believe this is Mothership number 7. If I had to pick a number 1 favorite Pat McGrath palette, it would be Mothership number 7. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the color story, but if I did have to pick one, my number 1, it would have to be that one. And then Melt Cosmetics was also mentioned by Camille Rodriguez, and the Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours, the very first collection. I did purchase the second palette from the second collection with Bailey Sarian, but this one just speaks out to me a tiny bit more. This color story, it's like grungy and murky, and even though it has some pop of blue, it's not an ugly blue. I mean, against my skin tone. Yeah, these two are just the ones that came to mind by reading what you all told me. So I feel like you guys were spot on that as well. Let me go ahead and put on some eye primer. I'll create a quick eye look with one or the other or both. We shall see. Okay, MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. We're going to start with the Pat McGrath Darkest Brown shade. Wayne Goss number 8 brush. Okay, Victoria Beckham 2-1 brush. We're gonna jump in to this pretty almost muted murky lavender, and this is what I'm going to blend out the edges of this with. I'm trying a new style today, by the way. Hopefully it comes out. Okay, I'm gonna jump in to the Bailey Sarian and do the black lead. This is the 21, but I'm gonna use the little smudger side. I'm gonna use this for a little outer wing. Okay, back into Pat McGrath to that nude purple lavender shade, and I'm gonna blend out the bottom lash and the bottom of the black too. Okay, I did put a tiny bit of NYX glitter glue on because I honestly have no idea how I'm going to incorporate. I have an idea, but I don't know if it's going to look. I think I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to top just a tiny bit of this one to give it a little bit more sparkle, because this one is more of a metallic. It doesn't really have shifty anything. And I am going to overlap it on the crease. It's fine. I'm not going to be too precise about it. I can't keep the shimmer just on the lid where it's bare because I do have slightly hooded eyelids, so it's going to end up transferring anyways at the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it because it's going to end up transferring, you know? Okay, I did add just a tiny bit more NYX glitter glue, and now we're going to jump in to the Astro Blitz shade. I'm using NYX glitter glue and I'm still getting a tiny bit of fallout, so. All right, I'm just going to use the shimmer here as my inner corner shade. Spray the back of my hand, Blend Bunny B3, and dip. And I think that's pretty much it for this eye look. Okay, eyebrows are done. Maria C mentioned the Got To Be Brow Gel, but I actually panned that eyebrow gel. It's a good one, definitely for an affordable price. Not my absolute favorite. If I had to pick an absolute favorite, I think it would be two. It would be the one from Benefit, the one that gives you the lamination brows, and the ABH. Yeah, so I went into the Refi Beauty brow pencil and the Makeup by Mario brow gel. Still stand by my comment that I do not enjoy the Makeup by Mario. It's not a favorite. For mascaras, I went into the MAC Elevated Mascara. It's currently the only mascara I have open, so I need to open, once I'm done with that, 2 more. I don't think any mascara was mentioned. Okay. A couple of people mentioned Dior highlighter. Maria C, Shell Christina. Oh, she mentioned the Dior quad highlighter. Maybe I should use that one. Okay, I have been loving this new formulation from Dior. I have Pink Halo. This is probably my current favorite highlighter. It is so pretty. Okay, and the quad they're talking about is this one. It was limited edition one, and it's unfortunately no longer available. Celestial Glow. I think in general, Dior is definitely at the top of my list when it comes to favorite highlighters. They just put out beautiful highlighters. They blend into your skin. They're very glow from within, natural with just a little bit of extra oomph in them. I just feel like Dior always kills it when it comes to the highlighters. For this quad, my 2 favorite are this one and this one, as I'm sure you can tell, because it's the 2 that the little Dior imprint, whatever you want to call it, is almost gone. We're going to use this one today because I've been using this one since I got it. And the What's Up Beauty highlighter, I've also been using that one. I feel like I don't put that one in my drawers just because I love it so much. But yeah, let's go into this one and we'll jump into both the pink and the orange. This is the number 13 brush, and I'm using the smaller handle. You see that? So pretty. All right, I think we just have lips left. And I feel like so many people mentioned MAC Cosmetics. Yeah, Maria C, MAC Lippy in Stone with Chestnut Liner. I don't have Chestnut Liner, but I did pull out Strip Down. The Real Donna Wagner mentioned the Wicked Widow Beauty Graveyard Dirt Lipstick. I pulled it out. We are going to use that because it was specifically named, and it's because it's so iconic and so beautiful. And Shell Christina also mentioned MAC lipsticks and lip liners, and then Camille Rodriguez mentioned anything Wicked Widow. So I have Strip Down Here from MAC Cosmetics and the Wicked Widow Beauty lipstick in Graveyard Dirt, part of the Crow collection, and that is my newest tattoo right there. Okay, we'll start with the MAC Cosmetics, and ooh, you know what? Let me sharpen this. Okay, I'm back. Strip Down. I'm pretty sure, well, I feel like almost all the lip liners I have from MAC Cosmetics should go with the lipstick. If I recall correctly, this is the lip liner that I've been using with the Graveyard Dirt. I enjoy mixing cool tones with warm tones, and this combo just looks good. Dominique Cosmetics is coming out with new lip liners. I'm pretty sure I have, is it Nudie? I have one of their lip liners and it's so pretty, and I'm almost done with that lip liner. The formula is nice. So I kept thinking, because they've been sold out of their lip liners for like at least 2, maybe 3 years. And it's because I'm coming out with new lip liners and they have a little brush on the other side. They look like the same component as their eyebrow pencil. Okay, so here is Graveyard Dirt. Smudge it. All right, my lovelies, I am back and I feel like this makeup look totally is vibing with my shirt. I think the makeup came out so pretty. I'm not sure how I feel about this eye look yet. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I enjoy testing out new techniques, new like eyeshadow placement format. And I had seen a reel on YouTube and I liked how it looked on her, but on me, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the combo. I don't know. You all let me know what you think. It was so much fun doing this video and it was so much fun seeing all of your responses. I did not get a ton, but I got enough to be able to make this video possible. So thank you so much, those of you that participated. It honestly and truthfully helps out my channel so much. I'm also so absolutely impressed at how many products you all got correct for them being a favorite of mine. I wouldn't say these are my top number ones. I honestly don't know. Maybe I should work on that, figuring out which ones are my top number ones in each category. But you all were spot on, a lot of them, and it makes me happy because that tells me that I'm using these products over and over on my channel or letting you know about them. I feel like there are some of the bigger beauty influencers that I watch from time to time on YouTube. I couldn't tell you what is their favorite products. And I think a lot of subscribers don't like that. Don't like that it's new makeup continuing, but they don't know what your absolute favorite holy grail items are. That's pretty much what brought this idea, and thank you all for making it possible to film this video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite beauty items and if I used any of them in today's video. Yeah, again, thank you so much. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye!